Life with Ben, only on PTV.
It's the first Sunday morning of the summer in 2024. I was thinking about breakfast this morning and I thought, you know what? A chicken sandwich for breakfast sounds really good. But when I think about a chicken sandwich, I always think about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has a really good chicken sandwich that I like. I know they do chicken biscuits, but when I go there, I usually go for their egg white grill, which is grilled chicken patty, well, breast, I guess, on an English muffin, and it's delicious. But because it's Sunday, I thought, where else can I get a chicken sandwich for breakfast? So I did a little bit of looking around on the apps that I have on my phone, and I came up with 3 that I wanted to compare to see if they measure up to the deliciousness of the egg white grill at Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. They have an item on their menu which, truthfully, I've had once before. It's called the McChicken Biscuit. You all know that I like the McChicken sandwich at McDonald's. It's delicious on a biscuit, so I'm gonna try this. I'm going to compare it to the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit at Wendy's. I've never had this, so I'm kind of interested to see how it compares to the McChicken Biscuit. I then went to Jack in the Box. I don't think Jack in the Box had a biscuit on their menu, but they did have a croissant. Let's see how these chicken sandwiches compare in another episode of my ongoing series of Chicken Sandwich Wars. First up is the McChicken Biscuit from McDonald's. It's about as unassuming a package as you can imagine. And I see all kinds of biscuits advertised on here with sausage and egg and cheese and bacon. There's no mention of the McChicken Biscuit on this thing, but this is the McChicken breakfast sandwich on a biscuit. The McDonald's I went to charges you $2.59 for this simple biscuit sandwich. And it's delicious. It's exactly what you would expect from a McChicken sandwich, except there's no mayonnaise, there's no spread. It's just the chicken patty on a biscuit. And while it's delicious on its own, I'm wondering if there is something missing or an opportunity that could make this biscuit sandwich a little bit better. It's still delicious though. If I'm near a McDonald's and nowhere else, and I wanted a quick sandwich for breakfast, I would not say no to this. Next up is the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit from Wendy's. Now, right off, the package does say chicken, so that's one up for Wendy's over McDonald's. Oh my gosh. You can actually smell the honey coming off of the sandwich as you unwrap the wrapper. And it smells a little mapley too. I don't know if that's intentional or if they have maple involved with this, but it appears that it's just, there's definitely honey in here, a little greasy from the butter on the biscuit, so I'm probably going to like this. This is actually very good. I know Wendy's has been trying to jumpstart their breakfast menu. They've attempted breakfast menus multiple times in the past, and now they've reintroduced themselves in recent months, going after the breakfast crowd again. McDonald's has it locked up and has had it locked up for years. But this sandwich, this chicken biscuit sandwich, is a little tastier than the McChicken Biscuit. The McChicken patty itself, I think, is flavored a little bit better. The honey and the butter on the biscuit really give this a little bit more depth of a sandwich. and it feels a little bit more substantial. And it better be, because this sandwich costs $2 more than the McChicken Biscuit from McDonald's. This was $4.59. Each of these sandwiches gets progressively expensive in this episode. For a cheap alternative, definitely stick with the McChicken Biscuit. But if you want something a little bit satisfying, go with the Honey Butter Biscuit at Wendy's. It does smell like maple, but I think that just might be the honey combining with the biscuit itself. But this is delicious. I would not say no to this again. The final chicken breakfast sandwich I'm going to sample is the Chick-N-Tater Melt from Jack in the Box. The wrapper says grilled cheese. This is definitely not a grilled cheese, but it is a croissant sandwich that is, I'm assuming, ideally meant for breakfast. But Jack in the Box has a 24-hour breakfast menu at all times. You can get a breakfast item at Jack in the Box any time of the day. This sandwich is, oh my gosh, this is a mess. This sandwich is much more substantial than the previous chicken biscuits that I tried from McDonald's and Wendy's. This has a chicken patty, a slab of hash browns, bacon, cheese, ranch dressing on a croissant. This is a substantial sandwich. I heard about this, and apparently it was at Jack in the Box before, and now it has come back. I don't remember seeing this on the menu before, but then again, I wasn't necessarily looking, but I'm anxious to try this. Oh my gosh, this is so delicious. This should not be as good as it is, but it's really good. Oh my gosh. It better be at the price point of $6.49. Like I said, I was eating these in progressive order of how inexpensive to expensive they got. At $6.49, I was hoping that this would be a delicious alternative for a breakfast sandwich, and it does not disappoint. I'm sure it's full of cholesterol, but at this point, I don't care. It's really, really delicious. Now, I've said this before with some sandwiches before, but this should be illegal. This is really good. They're touting the sandwich as a late night snack alternative, and they package it up with a bunch of other snack foods like curly fries and their mini tacos. I can't imagine eating an entire box like that, but then again, I'm not a teenager. Clearly, I haven't seen my teen years in a long, long time, but again, this is delicious. If you're like me on a Sunday morning and you want a chicken breakfast sandwich and you know Chick-fil-A is closed, any of these three options would work as far as I'm concerned. They are all delicious. The McChicken Biscuit at McDonald's, the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit at Wendy's, and the Chick-N-Tater Melt at Jack in the Box. All viable options for a really good, solid chicken breakfast sandwich on a Sunday morning or any morning, and at Jack in the Box 24/7. But if you want to get the one at Jack in the Box, I would hurry now because you don't know how long it's going to last on the menu. It is just here for a short time. Remember, adventure is out there.